Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to the Geeky Leaks podcast number 3. Today we're going to talk about Microsoft, we're going to talk about some hacks, more vulnerabilities, lots of stuff in store. I'm Josh, and this is...
I'm Liam.
Yeah, we'll just get right into it, like always.
Yeah.
So our first topic for today is...
Microsoft finally dropped support for Windows 10.
More Microsoft crap, obviously.
Yeah. Now, this isn't like all Windows 10, obviously. This is just like the initial release, July 2015 release. So, like, 15.11, the November update's still good.
Yeah.
The anniversary update's always still good. The creators update, obviously, just came out. It's still good. But yeah, the original Windows 10 release is no more security updates.
I guess they're sort of like living up to their initial, what they said when they released Windows 10, because they said that they were going to be continuous with their updates, right? And they were going to be very strict about maintaining support for old versions of Windows now, and that they were going to try and roll out everyday updates that you have no control over, which is kind of bullshit. But
unless you fork out for Windows Pro or have a domain,
then
yes.
Of course, yeah. Let's spend. So, okay, what's Windows Server cost?
Oh, Windows Server. I want to say the basic license. I'd have to double check. It's around $900.
Okay, so you got to spend $900 on Windows Server. Then you got to get...
the hardware for the server.
Yeah, you have to buy the
then
server.
You got to buy the server.
You have to buy a license, do you not? You have to license it.
Well, that's what...
Okay, so buying Windows Server, you get a license.
So, yeah, Windows Server is the whole thing. But basically, Windows Server is... It includes licenses, but it's all per core now.
Oh, right, okay.
So you buy licenses for cores. So like, let's say you buy the standard license.
Yeah.
You're good for
1 core.
2 procs. No, 2 procs, 8 cores each.
Oh, okay. With the standard $900 license?
Yep.
Okay.
But if you have even 2 more cores than that, buy more licenses.
How much is the license?
I don't know, it's per core.
But either way, whatever. It's expensive as hell, is the point.
So, let's say you get a server with like 20, 30 cores in it, right?
So to eliminate having, or I guess, what are we trying to eliminate here? Would it be like, so you can do your own, so you can prevent Microsoft from doing its own thing, basically.
To get them to stop pushing updates when I don't want them. Like right now, guys, my laptop just restarted on its own about 15 minutes ago.
At least it's back.
I know, it's back. It's
now.
back up. Hopefully it works.
Usually it doesn't, but...
Yeah, and then this thing wants to restart, like if this thing restarts during the stream, during the show, we're going to keep it in real quick, just while me and him burst into laughter.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then we'll just cut to us being like...
Yeah, the next drop.
The next shot. But anyway, so short version, Microsoft pushing updates. Basically, if you haven't updated Windows 10 since you first installed it, I would recommend it.
Probably a good idea.
Probably good to do. But I'm sure Microsoft's already forced updates upon you anyway, so...
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
no worries.
Well, if you have a consumer version, you had no choice. So
yeah, exactly.
There's no way that
you can mitigate it for like a week or two.
Yeah, but...
you're going to do it eventually. Next up, Microsoft.
More Microsoft stuff. We have quite a few Microsoft topics today, actually.
Yeah.
This one's another super bad one.
Yeah, this is not good.
So, I mean, I kind of ate my own words here because I thought Windows Defender was actually pretty decent now, so I'm eating my own words a little bit, but I'm still not using antivirus, which is really funny. But...
I mean, for the most part, Windows Defender is fine.
Because I know what I'm doing, I'm not worried. I know I generally know if I'm downloading a virus or not, unless there's some
unless
unique
it's like directly from
unless there's some unique vulnerability like this.
Unless it's from a store where you aren't supposed to get viruses. We'll talk about that later.
We'll
talk about that later. But anyway, yeah.
So basically, Microsoft and Windows Defender, screwed up. I can't remember how long this vulnerability's been there, but I'm assuming for a while at this point. And essentially, you don't have to open the file, like we were talking about earlier. You don't have to open the file.
So what is the file, though? So, like, in this case, like, they say, like, in here, like, if you get an email, perhaps, the Windows Defender scans, or an instant message, anything like that, any sort of, like, file that somebody sends you.
I think it can be anything.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, if you get a file sent to you, like, whether it's an email, instant message, like, whatever,
doesn't matter.
as long as Windows Defender scans it, that's all that needs to be done. You don't have to see it. No. You don't have to... Forget even opening it. You don't have to see it.
You receive it.
Yes.
And then Windows Defender automatically scans in the background. Vulnerable. Yeah. Like, now you're compromised.
Yeah.
And then I think and this... Essentially, as soon as you're compromised, they basically just have local system access.
Yeah.
And they can just access local system account, create another account with all credentials, and then you're screwed.
Yeah, which is bad.
So
that's very bad.
Because as soon as they have full user rights, you're done.
But luckily, this was actually stupid and bad enough that Microsoft, like you're saying, issued an emergency patch.
It was like super critical, and they I think it was patched within like 12 hours.
Yeah, they said a fix was rolled up Monday night, just hours before patch Tuesday.
Yeah, they're like,
no.
Like, this is getting patched right now. But yeah, it was a bad one.
And guys, so back tying into the first article a little bit, if you haven't updated Windows,
Probably should go do
that. You mean Microsoft will probably force it on you anyway, but like sometimes you actually should. Sometimes it is actually good.
Well, for this, it wasn't even. Oh yeah, okay.
I mean, this wasn't a specific Windows update.
To make sure, yeah, you wouldn't notice as a Windows update either. I think it was like in the background kind of thing. But to make sure that you're not still vulnerable. Sorry, scroll down for a sec just so I can see here. So right here. To make sure your PC is not vulnerable, just make sure it's been patched and head to Windows Defender settings and make sure the engine number is that number there. I'm not going to say it, but. Yeah, that number. Obviously, the link for this description will be posted in the description. So, yeah, definitely check it out if you want to know if you're still vulnerable or not.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Next up, this one's going to be kind of quick, but I don't know if it's Azure.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce it. Yeah, I'm not familiar enough with it to actually know how to pronounce it yet.
But in case you guys don't know, basically, I'm going to call it Azure because that's how I just want to pronounce it, whatever. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's fine. Yeah, just let me know. But, it's Microsoft's cloud computing platform. So there's now a Microsoft app, an Android app available to allow administrators to monitor systems, like monitor resource consumption, check hardware, so see if you have anything that's failing, if any hard drive perhaps or something like that. Yeah. I think there's other administrative tasks you can perform with it as well.
Through your smartphone.
Through your smartphone, through the app.
Nice, okay. I think you'd be able to do administrative tasks and such.
Yeah, now I don't know to what extent. Like, I don't know if it's going to be like create accounts with permissions and stuff.
Sure.
So I think it's a lot to do more with monitoring.
Yeah.
But I think you can so you can monitor system health and stuff like that. So I don't know if you're going to be able to perhaps, because I know you can monitor tasks. So if something is eating up too much resources and you need to stop that because something else needs to happen, I think you can change tasks and stuff like that.
Yep.
So it's just kind of a cool thing. If anybody out there that's watching uses Azure, this would be probably pretty handy to have. Yeah, I would imagine your phone has to be part of your Windows domain at that point for it to kind of all tie in.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, that's what I was asking earlier. Like I was saying, how does it communicate with your server? Like, unless you can enable remote access of some kind.
Yeah, well, you could probably do that too. You could probably enable remote access of some kind, but it'd be a lot easier if you had your phone tied into your Windows domain.
Yeah, for sure.
So I just wanted to mention that really quick. It's definitely a cool app. Next up, we have...
This one's always cool.
I love it, Backblaze announced the Q1 failure rates for all their hard drives. And it's very much the same as it's always been. Spoiler alert, Seagate 4TB drives still suck, as they have for a long time.
I don't understand why the 4 terabytes suck. And then, like their 8 terabyte or 6 terabyte ones are totally fine.
I don't know.
Or like at least reasonably fine. Because
I mean, I know that
there's more platters in the 6 and 8 terabytes, so I don't understand why the failure rates are so high.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what it is. Like, I know obviously they've had a lot of these drives for a long time, so I'm sure that it's some of it's due to old age, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But Seagate, these two 4 terabyte models specifically have had here for a while, have pretty much always been some of the worst failure rate ones. Toshiba's right up there as well.
I guess if you look at the numbers though, these does that mean how long they've been alive, drive days?
Yes, that's how many days of use they have simulated on those drives.
Yeah,
so they have 34,000 however many drives, and they've simulated this many days use on those drives. And this is how many drives have failed in that amount of use.
Yeah, okay. So really that's not too bad.
I mean, if you look at
the numbers are pretty good actually there, but then you go to this one and the numbers are horrible.
Yeah, well, but I mean, you also got a way smaller sample too.
Sorry, when I say this one, I mean I should say which one I'm pointing at because you don't see what one I'm pointing at. But
no worries.
There's the one that has Seagate almost 3 million drive days, or they test for 3 million days, which is insanity. Mm-hmm. But then the one underneath that, they only test for 15,000, and they get a 35% failure rate.
I mean, that's total for all the drives, obviously, but
yeah, obviously it's not one drive. I mean, we're not testing one drive for 3 million days.
That'd be amazing.
It doesn't really exist, I don't think. But
basically, so let's just condense this really quick. If you want to buy 4 terabyte drives, HDST is pretty good.
Yep.
If you want to buy anything else, honestly, don't worry too much. There is a couple of the Western Digital drives here. I don't know exactly. I think this is a red, but I could be wrong.
Oh, yeah.
But they're not the best, but the sample size is very small, so
it's basically
keep that in mind as well.
It's basically like the 4 terabytes are the most common failures.
Because I think when the 4 terabytes came out, that was when they first started to have like that 1 terabyte per platter kind of thing going on.
Yeah.
So because it was so new, there was more failure rates at that time as well.
Right.
Whereas now it's more common.
I just realized too, look at the I guess it's a red drive as well, Western Digital 4 terabyte at the end there, and then the Toshiba 5 terabyte. Literally no failures. They didn't test for that long compared, but 0?
Yep.
That's pretty crazy.
Same with these HDST 8 terabyte drives.
0 failures.
No failures at all.
I mean, the test time is not even close to anywhere. It's not anywhere.
These are all brand new, obviously, so. But I mean, look at these though. These HDST drives. This is my favorite one right here.
Yeah, true. 232,000 days.
2,624 drives, and one of them failed.
That's pretty crazy.
HDST makes awesome hard drives, man.
Yeah.
I used to really be a huge Western Digital fan, and I do still like a lot of their stuff, but HDST just is...
And I guess Seagate, I thought Seagate was, pretty good, but I guess not.
Well, Seagate's enterprise drives are amazing.
Right.
Their consumer ones,
not so much.
Hit or miss.
Yeah.
Hit or miss.
You get lucky.
Yeah. It's almost like the Silicon Lottery, but it's like the platter lottery.
Yeah,
yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, yeah. So anyway, if you guys are interested, we'll have obviously a link to this. But if you're
thinking
about buying some drives for storage or something, I always recommend people check these numbers out.
Yeah, for sure.
Because then you can use what's on here to kind of look at prices for these.
Plus, this is real world, right? Like, this isn't some... Well, I guess it's simulated, sort of, but, like, this is sort of like a mass test where you don't normally see this many drives compared, especially...
Yeah. Well, like,
what's the total drive? Yeah, they tested 83,000 drives almost.
Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, all the companies that do big backups and stuff, they have all these stats, just they won't release them specifically. Backblaze is like... Here you go.
Yeah,
here's all the information,
Which is awesome.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like them for that. Next up, Tesla solar roof tiles ready for pre-order.
Man, Elon Musk.
Yeah, I know.
He's like...
Just killing it.
Oh my god.
Just killing it. So, we don't have all the details we would like to have.
Sure.
There's no pricing.
Obviously.
I'm sure
it's going to be ridiculous.
I'm sure there are many monies, I'm sure.
Many monies.
I'm sure they're exorbitantly expensive, but we don't have pricing yet. We just know that they will be available for pre-order very soon, and there's going to be black, smooth glass ones, and some textured ones, so kind of more like a standard shingle.
The one thing that worries me that they say that they're glass, I'm just wondering how they'll hold up.
Yeah.
As long as
you're not Gorilla Glass 5, they shouldn't shatter.
I mean, our windows hold up, so I don't see why our glass roof wouldn't hold up. And other solar panels hold up, so I imagine it's not really going to be a problem.
Yeah, well, I mean, obviously they're going to be weatherproof in the sense of, like, I don't think rain will be an issue. No. I would be more worried about, like, well, if you're in a tornado area, then that's a whole different story. Yeah. But, like, like hail, perhaps.
Sure.
Even, like I know for us up here, like, we're in Canada, so, like, in the winter, we'll, like, get covered in snow, they're useless.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, they're literally useless.
Yeah, because you'd have to... Yeah, snow would be the biggest problem, I think.
So either you would have
Snow would be the biggest worry, I think, rather than hail, because hail is kind of rare, at least.
Yeah.
For the most part, from what I know.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm in Canada, so I'd imagine I know pretty well.
Yeah.
I'm in northern Canada, so
yeah, and even when we do... Well, I mean, obviously some other areas are different, but, like, for the most part, when we do get hail, it's usually pretty small.
It's mostly just freezing rain.
Yeah.
That's what we call it. I don't know if anybody else would call it freezing rain.
Yeah.
But... It's basically just freezing rain, even then everything gets covered in ice.
But yeah, I think snow would be the biggest thing. If these things get covered in snow, then
they're useless. Why? And if they cost a fortune, why would I buy them?
Yeah. So
the only thing, and this would be amazing, and I feel like Elon Musk could probably do this because it's Elon Musk.
Well, if they're heated, yeah.
And that makes a lot of sense, does it not?
It would. I feel like that'd be not impossible. I feel like it'd be interesting to implement.
Yeah.
I don't know how you go about doing that.
You'd probably just be able to turn. I hope you'd be able to turn it on and off in terms of like, it's winter and they're covered in snow, just heat them up.
Yeah.
Because you just use some of the energy that's stored in the batteries to heat them up.
Yeah, well, that's the whole thing, though, right? So I don't think these are going to come with the storage method with the panels.
So you have to have Powerwall.
Yeah, so
or some sort of.
You have to have either the Powerwall or some sort of custom-made Powerwall. But you're going to have somewhere to store the energy.
Which is
fine because they have Powerwalls.
Any kind of power bank. I mean, you could. I wonder how. Okay, I wonder if this is a thing, and I'm curious. I should look this up, but because now that I'm doing all this tinkering in my current job and stuff, I'm curious if you can tinker on the level like that. You know what I mean? Where it's like I'm dealing with like massive amounts of electricity, and I need to store them in batteries, but I know what I'm doing. I'm saying whatever. You don't necessarily have to be an electrical engineer, but say you're tech savvy and you're handy.
Right.
And you wanted to build your own battery solution rather than buying the Powerwall for an absurd amount of money. You could build your own battery backup.
Oh yeah, I've seen
lot less.
I've seen people do it.
So you can actually wire in from say I don't know about these solar panels, but
yeah,
like you can wire up your own setup potentially.
Oh yeah, 100%. I've seen people do it for cheap.
I didn't know you could do that with Tesla. I thought. Yeah. I mean, do you have to hack it or do you have to?
No, this is like somebody had the idea they wanted to do their own Powerwall.
Okay.
So they.
So they literally built a Powerwall.
Yes.
Interesting.
They built their own Powerwall.
Cool.
Yeah, I will try to find the video for it later on because it was a while ago I saw it, but yeah, I think he built his own Powerwall for like not that much money.
I guess if we find it, we'll post it in the description. But yeah,
by far the most expensive part of his thing was the batteries.
That makes sense. I mean, the batteries are going to be the most expensive.
Sure, but like other than that, it was not expensive.
So it's like wiring, which would be cheap as hell.
It's like wire, an enclosure,
which is like some wood,
batteries,
or
that's what he was
or with some sort of insulation layer. Where like I don't know.
No, I didn't even do that.
This is like screw it. Just do it cheap.
Yep.
I guess just protect yourself from grounding at some point.
Well, yeah, sure. But yeah. Yeah, I'll try to find the video for it. It was a while ago that I saw it, but yeah, somebody built their own Powerwall. It was
that's so good.
It was like the ghetto Powerwall, but
that's so funny.
It wasn't even really that ghetto. It was pretty well done.
I was gonna say they should title it that way, and they'd probably get a ton of views. The ghetto Powerwall.
So yeah, we'll have to see. There's going to be... Now, I think he also said in here that in the next 6 months is when they're going to be like fully shipping out, and then next year is when they're going to be really rolling them out a lot more. There's going to be more options for them as well.
Okay.
I forget what the other colors are, but there's going to be other
styles.
There's
going to be colors and styles, okay.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of color, but there's going to be different looks for them. So you can get like, you got your black shingles and your kind of golden color shingles or whatever. So he's going to try to mimic stuff like that.
That makes sense.
So you can get whatever look you want for your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That made me think of something. Shoot, I just lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, okay. So I was watching, I think it was the new Bill Nye show.
Right.
And I think it was I don't know if it was the climate change episode or which episode it was now, but they were talking about renewable energy. So
yeah, I think it's the first or second one.
Yeah, it's I think it's the climate change one, which is one of the better episodes in my opinion.
Yeah.
Other than that stupid musical.
But two stupid musicals.
It's worth the whole entire series. I don't know if you guys have watched the new Bill Nye series. It's pretty good. I like it. I know you're not as fond of it, but I think it's okay.
I haven't watched the whole thing.
I think it's okay, other than, in my personal opinion, the crap musicals.
Like, I shut it off during the musical.
Like, they're awful.
I couldn't do it.
They're just awful. I don't want to hear these musicals. I get it's live TV, and, like, that's... I don't want to say it's part of live TV, because I like live TV, but...
Yeah.
Because in my opinion, that's not a part of live TV. I don't need to do a musical to keep people's
attention. I get
attention.
that he's trying to entertain.
Yes.
And that's fine. It's just not entertaining me. It's not...
Sorry, we got off topic there.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
Bill Nye... They're talking about climate change and stuff, and then he's talking about it with his panel.
Yeah.
And essentially one of the guys, I can't remember where he's from, but it's some university of some kind, obviously, where he does research.
Straight like a professor or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Some sort of doctorate. A doctor or whatever. But he's talking about how we could easily power the entire planet off renewable energy right now. We just need to actually do it. Like we have
we have the technology.
We have the technology, and we have the money. It's not that expensive anymore.
Yeah.
We just need to actually shut down everything else
to do it
and completely go renewable.
Yeah.
We just don't do that.
Yeah.
So politics.
Yeah, that's political barriers, man.
Yeah. Which is ridiculous, but whatever. But anyway, I thought that was funny. Just talking about the Tesla like solar wall or solar panels.
Yeah, for sure.
It's just like, why do we not just power renewable energy at this point? Like, I just don't understand. We have the technology.
Yeah, I hear you. But eventually, soon enough,
hopefully soon enough.
Yeah, soon enough.
Politics.
All right, next up, Handbrake.
Yeah. Okay, so the reason I want to talk about this is because I mostly deal with Macs where I work, and most of my employees are most of my coworkers. I wish I had employees. Yeah. Most of my coworkers.
Yeah.
I'm the employee. Most of my coworkers are more fond of Mac generally.
Sure. I mean, hey, there's a lot of awesome things about Mac, for sure.
Whatever floats your boat. Like, I don't care. Obviously, I'm more partial to PC, but, like, whatever.
Yeah.
That's just because of gaming. Like, that's just because of gaming.
I gotta play my games, man. I hear you.
But, what's the first thing that everybody says when we're talking about today? What's the first thing that everybody says as soon as you're like, PC's better than Mac? They'll be like, no.
No, because Mac, they never get viruses.
Oh, no, never.
It's impossible.
Oh, totally.
How could a Mac ever get a virus?
Like, it never gets viruses.
Well,
turns out, one of the worst viruses you can possibly get.
As it turns out, if you've downloaded Handbrake for Mac in the recently, then there's about a 50-50-ish chance that you've got a Trojan on your Mac.
Just really, really bad.
That is not good.
And there'd be no way for you to know that you downloaded the Trojan other than going and testing it. Like, you have to physically go and test it particularly, I think.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's, I have to double check it again, but I don't even think it's a matter of, like, do you have to even install it, or is it just download it?
I think you have to install it, as far as I know.
Yeah, okay, fair. But, I mean, still, obviously, if you download
question is a new variant of OS X Proton. I've actually heard of that, but I'm assuming it's like a Trojan-based for OS X.
I've heard that name come up before. It's been around for a while.
Yeah, there you go. A Mac-based remote access Trojan that gives the attacker root access privileges, allowing them to perform all kinds of actions from viewing the screen in real time to recording keystrokes to uploading your files, downloading additional malware, accessing the webcam, and more. So basically everything. They have control of your computer.
Yeah.
And so if you download the video transcoding software during the reported time frame, the easiest way to confirm if you're infected by launching Activity Monitor and looking for a process called Activity Agent.
Yeah.
If that's there, then your system is infected.
Cool.
Good to know.
Now,
I should check a lot of the computers where I work, because we have a lot of Macs, and I bet you a lot of them have Handbrake just because video conversion, right?
Yeah.
So I should actually start checking that.
Now, it does also say here, according to Handbrake, the primary download, mirror, and website are unaffected.
Yep.
And TechSpot, the website we're actually looking at right now, they've also gone ahead and checked with Handbrake to verify their download link is okay.
Yep.
So if you download from those places specifically,
then you're fine.
Yep. If you downloaded from some other spot that's not those two places, then...
I think Handbrake's one of those software that you can kind of... Like, it's obviously not a torrent, but it's kind of like... I'm trying to think of another example, but... Can't really think of another example, but... It's like one of those software you can get from multiple sources because it's open source.
Right.
So it's like you can get it from multiple locations because it's open source.
Yeah, fair.
So you really... And that's probably why it's infected in some places because it is open source. Somebody just, decided to be a dick and get in the fucking code and mess with it and put a Trojan in it because they're dicks.
Because they want to access your webcam, because they want to... whatever,
straight up screw people for messing with open source code. That's fucking ridiculous. Like...
People, man. I agree, but...
I mean, I get it, because you're trying to attack people. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, stop attacking people.
Leave me alone.
It's not nice to do.
Wow, time's flying.
Yeah, I know. Time is flying today. So yeah, we're moving to our last one. I will try to cover this in 5 minutes.
Yeah, this is going to be crazy. And this was just yesterday, was it not?
This was yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
So I will try to cover this in 5 minutes, but yeah.
We'll see what we can do.
We'll see what we can do. All right, so NVIDIA announced yesterday several things, the biggest of which was the Tesla V100 accelerator. There's going to be 3 different variants of it. There is going to be the NVLink variant, which is the one they announced in their 2 servers.
Yep.
Which are another thing they announced.
Obviously.
But then there's also going to be 2 PCI Express based ones. One is going to be like a traditional full length dual slot card.
Yep.
300 watt TDP. And the other one is a short card, single slot, 150 watt TDP version with the exact same specs.
Like it's actually like a short height?
No, it's short length.
Oh, short. Okay.
Short length, single slot.
I thought you meant like it's a 1U.
No, sorry. Yeah.
That would be cool.
It's still full height, but it's short length and 1 slot.
Okay.
But it's the exact same specs. They just, I'm assuming, lower clock speeds.
Yes, just to avoid heat, I imagine.
But speaking of specs, holy crap, this thing is ridiculous. So I'll start off with a 1080 for comparison.
Yeah. Okay.
So if any of you guys know about GPUs at all, GTX 1080 came out last year. It's one of the top end GPUs you can buy right now. It's still an absolute monster.
It's probably the most known. It's not the most popular, I don't think, but it's probably the most known for to be in the top end. Because how new is 1080 Ti? I don't remember now.
It's a couple months now, maybe.
So whatever, but 1080 is the most comparable, I think.
Yeah. Well, and the reason I like 1080 for comparison is because the V100 has double the CUDA cores of a GTX 1080.
Exactly, too.
Literally exactly double. So GTX 1080 has 2560 CUDA cores. This thing has 5120. Now, this also has something... I won't get into it too much, but it also has cores for something what's called double precision, which is usually used in a lot of scientific research, medical stuff, all sorts of 3D graphics, rendering and stuff.
Like AutoCAD and...
So this thing has 2560 double precision units. So there is as many double precision units on this as exist on a 1080.
Yeah, like CUDA cores.
On
a 1080.
So there's already triple. There's already triple.
That's crazy.
Now there's also something called tensor cores, which I will refrain from getting into too much here because we will not cover that in 5 minutes.
Yeah, true.
But the short version is that they're used specifically for AI workloads and machine learning.
Yeah, deep learning.
Deep learning, yeah. And I don't know how this translates in terms of performance because I don't know how deep learning works.
Right.
But for comparison here, GTX 1080 has, and I know they list it, 8.2 teraflops of performance. This thing has about 15.
So
cool.
Again,
so about double.
Almost double.
In terms of deep learning performance, this thing has 120 teraflops.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not even close.
Yeah. So this thing is. They said it was 12 times faster than Pascal, the P100 from last year. So in 1 year,
top end,
we get 12 times the performance in terms of deep learning in 1 year. So this thing is just an absolute monster. Yeah. But the other reason I wanted to mention this is because last year when they came out with the P100 accelerator, coincidence, the number of CUDA cores that our Titan-X and the 1080 Ti have were the same number of CUDA cores that were on that P100 chip, that huge, monstrous behemoth of a chip.
Yep.
So I would be willing to bet, because this also just, much like the Titan-X, this isn't the full chip. As everybody knows, they released the Titan XP a couple months ago, which actually has more CUDA cores than the 1080 Ti and the original Titan X. They refreshed it to actually have 3840. So this actually 5120 is not even the full chip. There's There's already a couple of S7 shaved off. So I would be willing to bet money. Don't quote me, but I personally feel strongly enough about it that I would be willing to bet that this number right here, maybe give or take a couple hundred, but this is pretty much going to be your next Titan X and possibly Ti.
So it's going to be the new Volta Titan X.
Yeah, basically. I'd be willing to bet, yeah. Because all they did with the other Titan X was basically strip out the double precision.
Yeah, exactly.
And probably take out the tensor cores.
Yep.
And then, probably raise up the clock speeds because it's a Titan and
exactly.
not a...
So they'll, because they'll get rid of all the double precision, up the clock speeds for gaming, essentially sell it as another gaming card as a Titan, and then it's going to be absolute ridiculous.
And then it'll probably be $1,200 to $1,500 US.
Of course. Money.
But, hey, it's going to be too fast. I mean, thing's going to be...
That's the thing about Nvidia now, they just have the top end. Like, they just they dominate the top end, so they can charge whatever they want. Doesn't matter.
Exactly.
They just dominate it.
It's just too much, man.
And, at least they literally dominate by, a lot. They dominate.
Yeah.
They have the best card by a lot. And they always step themselves up.
Yes.
If they didn't step themselves up as much as they did, I'd be, like Intel, haha.
Yeah, exactly.
Screw you, Intel.
Yeah, exactly.
If they didn't try and screw your customer, if Nvidia was trying to screw their customers by not upgrading themselves all the time like they do, I'd be more upset with them.
Yeah, for sure.
But because they literally try and innovate as much as I don't know if they innovate as much as they possibly can, but it seems like they literally double themselves consistently, which is crazy, and they're already ridiculous. They're already getting stupid performance.
Yeah.
So and then they just double themselves. Yeah. So kudos to kudos.
Kudos to Nvidia.
So funny.
For sure.
But yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, guys, I think that's it for today. Stay tuned for next week, next Saturday at 9 a.m.
Yep.
Give it a thumbs up if you like the video. Hit that subscribe button. All that stuff. Come back next Saturday for another episode. Geeky Leaks.
Yeah. See you guys next time.
Peace.